Welcome to the Road Soda Podcast. The Road Soda Podcast is your entertainment podcast on the go. Your host Isaiah Cooper and Kristie, and an occasional third wheel, present a variety of fun segments from offbeat news to Netflix reviews, with interludes from our sponsors and parent company, Popco Brands. Fasten your seatbelts and please listen responsibly to Road Soda. This episode is brought to you by Faux Diplome University. Faux Diplome University. Real degrees for real people. Guaranteed degrees, guaranteed dignity. I'm Ted Kavinsky. I've been working at Walgreens for 3 years and I was passed over for a promotion twice, all because I didn't have a degree, even though I was a better employee and more knowledgeable about the job. And then I found Faux Diplome. Now I choose who gets the promotions. Faux Diplome University has been creating stories like this for over a year. We pride ourselves on having the highest graduating percentage of any university. That's because at Faux Diplome, getting your degree is as easy as paying your tuition. Once the tuition is paid for your degree, it will arrive at your door in the amount of time it would typically take to earn that degree. Enroll in the AA program, and in 2 years, you will be a degree-carrying hot commodity in today's job market. And while you wait, you can keep your friends and family off of your back by telling them you are enrolled as a student, knowing you will be guaranteed their sweet adulation when your degree finally arrives. Faux Diplome University, giving people better jobs with a framed piece of paper. A Popco brand. Hello and thank you for cracking another Road Soda. If this podcast was real, it wouldn't exist. Don't hurt your brain, babe. On this episode, we stab a husband, and for good reason. That girl's javina smells like turtle.
Like turtle soup.
Turtle soup. Yuck. And we are the champions of We Are the Champions of We Are the Champions. I'm Isaiah Cooper. With me is my dirty pillow princess, the girl with the milkers full of milk, Kristie. How you doing, babe? Bye.
Pretty good, full of milk.
Full of milk. Are you a bad bitch? Were you a bad bitch this week?
It's a couple of bad bitches doing bad stuff.
That's right. Doing bad things.
No.
How was your week?
Domesticated.
Yeah, that's right. You heard that? That's abuse. Domestic abuse. All week, baby.
No, like I made a lot of food.
Right.
I like meal
You
prep
did.
some good stuff.
That shit was
Tastes
good.
good and good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I work a lot. You know.
Yeah.
Work a lot, fuck a lot, eat a lot.
Dang, girl. Who you fucking? Shit.
How was your week?
I mean, I didn't fuck a lot this week, so that's kind of weird. When I'm thinking about it.
It's been a lot of milking lately.
When I'm thinking about what happened to me all this week, I mean, there wasn't a lot of sex for me, but so you're saying there was, so who's getting it?
You don't think there's been a lot of milking lately?
I mean, not enough.
I'll remember that.
Jesus.
Okay. Got it.
This is their second time ever recording. And, we posted up the videos on there. I posted all of them except for the wrap, the one that's like the wrap up at the end.
I noticed.
I didn't post that one. Just because there's like music in the background. I don't know, honestly. And it seems like almost too detached from the rest of everything else. But I'm very happy we're doing this. Aren't you?
If you're happy, I'm happy.
That's all it takes, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes my life a whole lot easier.
Today, or yesterday, let's give everybody a little bit of a window into when we're doing this. People were up in the fucking White House.
I was so happy that you didn't bring this up the whole fucking episode.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit about it. I'm literally forcing it right now. I so don't care.
I just don't want to talk about it.
I know, it's so boring.
I mean, I don't think it's. I don't think it's boring. I think it's like horrific. I think
really?
Isn't the last time this happened is like 1815 or something like that. I think it's horrific.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
know. That just
was
white
cool.
people aren't getting shot.
You're
telling me that some dude can go home carrying a tuna fish sub in his pocket and he gets fucking murdered in his front yard, but these fucking hooligans are taking pictures? Like,
you don't know what you could do with a tuna fish.
Also, I just don't believe any of it. It's not that I don't give a fuck. I just don't. Is it orchestrated? Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, I definitely think the people showing up and running into the building like really believe it. But I was thinking that like they know they're there and they're like, yeah, I'm fucking doing this. It's for me. But I was thinking that like the entire event and like the entire rally could have totally been set up by those fake Facebook pages that are run by like Russians and shit just to stir shit up. I mean, they've done it before.
Or Donald Trump could have called all of his friends on his cell phone and been like, here's what I need you to show up and here's what I need you to do. Yeah, that's his voice. Just like George Bush was driving that plane when he crashed it in a tower.
Actually, he was in Sarasota when that happened.
But still, like, who knows? I don't want to, you know, this is supposed to be fun and entertaining, you know?
Yeah, that stuff's kind of bad. Did you hear this though? Just this little part, and then that'll be it. Ready? So you've seen the picture of the dude carrying the podium? No. It's like one of the biggest memes. It's this guy, and he's walking out with like the podium that they use, and he's waving to the camera like that. It's like one of the most popular pictures. Yeah. Because it's so popular, everyone's like they're trying to like arrest him. People are getting pissed at him. I saw somewhere, I don't know for sure, but I saw somewhere that someone commented, and they're like, that guy's from Bradenton, and he went to this church, and his wife is a doctor, and now they live somewhere else. It's like...
I just don't believe anything from anyone anymore.
I mean, you don't believe that that's like really happening? Like there's really people in DC going crazy right now?
Yeah, but like...
Why they're going crazy?
Why, who they are, who told them, like, I don't...
who they... I mean, there's some pictures, like, there's pictures, like, anyone, anyone who was like, I'm with Trump and for the rally, once people started pouring in, there was a picture of this old ass lady in there with her cell phone taking pictures, like old as shit. You know,
it's like why I don't want to talk about this stuff though, is because like, you know, if we have like different, you really think this, you really think that, you know, sometimes.
I really just, I don't care who, and I just don't care.
I know you don't care. I just mean like, I think there's a lot of stuff that we've been told that happens that like either doesn't really happen or it's like set up and it's all just fucking orchestrated fucking.
Can we talk of that?
Mass hysteria.
You're right.
I'm not interested.
They're just trying to cover something else up that's bigger going on. So let's talk about Kanye West.
Getting a divorce from Kim Kardashian.
And you also hear allegedly he had an affair with that guy that kind of looks like a girl on Instagram.
Well, yeah, I saw the Barstool Sports that said Kanye West is fucking Jeffree Star, but I thought he was just like making that video to show you how ridiculous rumors can be on TikTok and all this shit.
Oh, because then I saw a bunch of articles about it and stuff where he's like coming out and defending it and stuff. So
yeah, because like some girl made a TikTok.
Oh, that's all it took was just one TikTok.
I think so. I could be wrong. I didn't go very far into it.
But they're really getting divorced, which means this. Kim, you know, I know you've been with a very, 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 very wealthy and successful, but crazy black man. How about now you try a little the Jew, a little bit of the Jew, or a lot of bit of the Jew, huh? Kim, hit me up. Where you at, girl?
That was probably the gayest joke you've ever made. It wasn't even funny.
Why not?
Or original. Like I'm all for like trust me, Kim 5'2", whole bag of juice.
Kim, don't worry about her. She ain't in the picture. She don't matter.
That was a lame joke.
We're just friends. We're just friends, Kim.
Hey Brad Pitt, hit me up. You want to go on a date? Broke up with
Brad.
You want to
Brad.
fuck Brad? Like,
don't listen to her,
not
Brad.
Your best work.
No, Brad. You want to be with the Jew, Brad?
That was your joke to get in there. It's like, so Kim, you're done with Kanye.
Yeah.
You want to go out? I just expected more from you. That's all. I fully support it. I really, really do. I think you guys should also make a video if that ever happens for you.
If you've ever heard Kristie tell a joke in her life, call in to 706-200-1213.
That was funny.
Let me know because I've never heard her tell one, so which blows my mind how she's even knowing what's funny or not. Really, I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't a joke.
Did you hear that Brad Pitt and Angelina broke up?
Yeah, forever ago.
You want to go out on a date? If you're watching, Brad, call me. Let's go out.
Also, Brad, call me, because I would also go out with Brad Pitt.
Jesus Christ.
Also. So, Kim and Brad, whoever shows up first, good on you.
I get it, babe.
You're getting it. They're the ones who are going to win in this.
If you've ever thought Isaiah Cooper told a funny joke, please write us an email at
roadsodamail@kristieisabitch.com. Thank you. Babe, you know,
what?
it wasn't a joke. I'm really just putting it out there to Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God, why are you still leaning into it?
What do you mean? Look, she's going to watch this video and she's going to be like, finally, I've been waiting. I was hoping he was, you know, single too. That was the whole reason why she probably even got a divorce. Because she's like, fucking hey.
Has anybody ever told you you should do stand-up? Those are so funny. I bet you everybody's laughing right now.
I know Kim is. Because she's like, me? Oh my God. Or however she talks, whatever. All right, everybody. I hope you had a great week. And I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Of course, listen to we also have the Millennial Book Club. If you're watching this on YouTube, that's a different video. It's the episode 170 on a Millennial Book Club. We watched We Are the Champions. And then, of course, we have the news. So check out the news.
Yeah, Flo, if you're watching this, call me. Let's hang out, right?
Call me, Kim, 706-200-1213. Thank you, everybody.
Call me.
How about another word from our sponsors?
How do you lose one shoe? We're gonna be late. Let's go. Get your shoes. I'm a prisoner of my own goddamn home. Does this happen to you? Late again for Kids Eat Free Tuesdays at Bob Evans because your ungrateful kids can't find their goddamn shoes? Well, not anymore. With the all-new Kids Shoes. We adhere shoes directly to the soles of your kids' feet. Permanently. Your shitty kid will never make you late again. Kids' shoes are made from real wrought iron, so you don't have to worry about them wearing down over time. We know the worst part of owning kids is the constant growing. That's why once a month, one of our shoe techs will come to your house and refit your dirty, stupid kids with a new pair of kids' shoes. Starting at 1 year and up. Kids' Shoes, a Popco brand.
I'm beaming you mind bullets. This just in. Stay out of my mind, Kristie.
I see boobs.
Me too. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm your news anchor. Your boat with the news. Because I'm an anchor and I got a boat. Somebody give me something to read on this damn teleprompter. Kristie, how you doing this evening?
So great.
So great. Oh,
I love the news.
Nope, I hate to interrupt, but we have something coming in right now, hot, fresh off the press.
I hear it's normal, rational behavior.
No, wow, thanks.
If you touch the fucking cord.
Wife wakes up and stabs husband after dreaming he cheated. Mississippi police say.
I do hate when that happens.
Yeah, just accidentally stab somebody.
I don't stab anybody. But I mean, like, if you have a dream about someone, I told you one, I didn't feel that way that night, whatever. When you have dreams about people and, like, shitty things are happening, and then you wake up and it, like, takes you a minute to, like, be out of a shitty mood or remember, like, oh, that was just a dream.
Yeah, like when you're fucking your mom in your dream.
You thought you wouldn't tell anybody that I told you about that stuff. That happens to my sister too, okay?
I think it happens to everybody.
You've had dreams about fucking your family members?
Anyway, so back to wife wakes up and
I didn't know that we're not alone. I've absolutely had
It's actually
dreams.
like a really, really common thing.
I've had dreams about fucking every family member I have. In my immediate family.
Put that
I
in
fucked
your...
my dad. I fucked my mom.
Whoa.
Me and my sister have fucked my mom together.
I'm going to cut these little audio clips out. I cannot wait. A woman attacked her sleeping husband with a knife after dreaming he had been unfaithful.
I get it, Lindsay.
Lindsay's in court. Haven't you guys? You guys get it, right? 33 was arrested Sunday on aggravated domestic assault charges. It should be attempted murder. After stabbing her husband definitely attempted murder.
Multiple times in the
back. Detective
Lindsay,
Abraham.
you're a little crazy.
Little bit. I mean, one time, okay, you get it out of your system, but multiple times?
No, I mean, there's nothing. I don't like wake up and want to hit you or anything, but you're like sad for a second or you're angry for a second. You're like, this, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, you wake up and you have your. I wasn't even touching it, and your knife is kept next to the bed where you always keep it.
Oh, I must have been touching it with all my access to all these cords.
Yeah, and I was sitting here like this. Thank you. Kristie's not only...
You know what? Fuck with yours.
Not only is she a great host, but she's great IT. There we go.
Oh, that's interesting. Started working from your end. Must have been my fault again.
Anyway, Stevens...
Keep it up and you'll get a knife.
Told investigators... We all know that. Had a dream that her husband was messing around. He was just talking to some bitch at a bar in my dream, and I'm not standing for that. Police say so she went to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and attacked him while he was still in bed.
That's a lot. Now, you can like wake up and as you're coming to being flooded with some weird emotions, but I'm not going to like get out of bed.
Yeah.
Go search for a knife and come back and be like,
a lot of steps.
Shut.
It's a lot of time to think about what you're going to do and be like, is this normal, rational behavior? Yes,
I don't know if I'm allowed to bring this up or not, but have you said that people have gotten mad at you before for things that you've dreamt about?
Oh, yeah.
Or that they dreamt about and then they got mad at you?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like real though? Like they were upset with you for what you did in the dream?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The victim was hospitalized after suffering 4 to 7 stab wounds, according to McKenzie.
Jesus. Well, I guess at least you dodged
that bullet. That knife. Well, that was just a barrel of fucking laughs. Next,
her bond is set for $10,000.
That's it. Do you think her husband will pay it? Ha, little bitch.
Don't you only have to pay 10% of her bond anyways to get out?
Guys.
So
this is freaking out.
Somebody has to pay $1,000 for this bitch to get out and have some more dreams?
Yeah. She can dream all she wants now. Guys, these technological...
Jiminy Christmas.
There you go, baby.
You're welcome.
Next up, you take it away, Miss... Oh, man. Miss Kristie? I'm sorry, I'm just getting a lot of different things on here. Take it away, Miss Kristie.
You never call me Miss Kristie. That was weird. Thank you, Mr. Isaiah. You call this one Lean In, Adam. Lean In. Adam Sandler reportedly planning to make his worst comedy movie...
Oh, wow. Look who's good at reading now. Look who reads good now.
Reportedly planning to make his worst comedy movie ever for Netflix.
Yep.
Last year, Adam Sandler joked that if he didn't land at least a nomination for the Best Actor at the Academy Awards for his incredible performance in Uncut Gems, which I would like to watch.
A lot of people have said it's really awesome.
He would set out to make the worst movie in history as revenge for being snubbed. I don't think that's how that works.
I think a lot of people would be like, Adam, buddy.
Yeah, that's not like, I'm going to show you, so you're just going to like waste a bunch of your time and money to make, that makes no sense. Obviously, his words were tongue-in-cheek, but that didn't stop people from thinking Netflix's Hubie Halloween was the ominous title in question.
Isn't it Hubby Halloween?
Hubby?
Huh?
No.
H-U-B-I? H-U-B-I-E?
Are you thinking how to spell H-U-B-B-Y?
Whatever. Fucking A.
I would say that, like, maybe is Hubie short for Hubert or something?
Could be. I never watched the movie.
I didn't fucking either, but I know how to read.
Wow. Words, Kristie.
However, the spooky comedy was shot months before The Sandman made his thinly veiled threats when it debuted on the platform. It turned out that it wasn't even the worst thing he'd been in. Never mind the worst film of all time. The 50-year-old clearly doesn't care what the critics say, and I personally don't give a fuck what this article says because it is fucking boring.
Next article.
I still am skimming through it, but okay.
Do you remember that MTV show
Nope,
called
that's it.
Next?
I loved that show.
That was a good show.
That was such a good show. I always wanted to be on Next.
How come they wouldn't bring back Next?
Can we bring back Next? Can we start doing skits?
Yeah, let's find time for that. Ready? I say that because I'm bitter and upset because I can't make skits because there's no time. This one is again.
Why don't we just do everything you want to do?
Yeah. Because I'm bigger. I'm stronger. Fake. What is it? You guys are probably reading it first. Fake teen doctor arrested for fraud again in Palm Beach County. Wow. Now, is this a doctor that takes care of teens? Or what do you think? Delray Beach, Florida.
Yes.
It's a case that made national headlines. A teenager posing as a doctor.
No.
None other than a Dr. Love.
Isn't that from like the Nutty Professor? Dr. Buddy Love.
Yeah. Buddy Love. Jesus. Look at there he is. That's Dr. Love. What a kid. What a guy. Let's see. Malachi Love Robinson is now
my God.
23 years old.
That's Malachi, isn't it?
Yeah, what'd you say? Malachi? Mm-hmm. Yo, my name Malachi.
I was like, Malachi Love Robinson. That guy's got a hell of a name.
You and every substitute teacher this kid's ever had. Malachi?
Malachi.
Malachi.
That's how you say so. So if I like open up Siri and I was like, hey, what's that? Malachi.
Is now 23 years old, but it appears he may have been up to some of his old tricks. You up to the old tricks again, Malachi? Love Robinson was arrested for fraud and grand theft on Thursday morning. He was released on Thursday night. Awesome. I'll be in here by morning, out by night. I don't care. Police said Love Robinson worked for a shipping broker, and he's accused of having clients send money to his personal account instead of the company. Authorities say, this is for a completely different thing, but the different thing is so boring that they just wanted to get it back into the fucking news by talking about his old thing that was really fun. Of course, this guy's going to be screwing with people constantly. That also used to be my job. I think they're like a freight broker.
Boring.
His patients say he claimed to held several degrees, including a PhD and an MD.
Yeah, that's like all he did was say.
What his patients didn't realize was that he was just 18 years old.
I want that story.
That's what I'm looking at. In 2018,
that's the only sentence I already. I already read it and then X'd out of it because that's all there is.
Well, let's get to your news article.
And now, another word from our sponsors. Welcome to Faux Diplome University. Real degrees for real people.
After I got out of prison for impersonating a doctor, I knew there was only one thing to do if I was going to ever fulfill my dream of practicing medicine, and that was to enroll at Faux Diplome University.
Here at FDU, we make dreams come true. Life is hard, and we're all tired. How is anyone supposed to work a full-time job to pay for school and go to school so they can fulfill their ultimate goal of being a dentist? It's impossible, but not at FDU, where we make the impossible easy. Our innovative educational program cuts out all fluff and gets right to the core of what makes education important, the degree. Choose a major and pay your tuition. Let the required amount of time pass while telling everyone you know that you are currently going to school. And when you've reached your required amount of enrollment time,
receive your degree, and finally live the dream you deserve. I already knew most things about health, always looking up symptoms from my family and friends on WebMD. I've seen all of Dr. Pimple Popper's YouTube videos, so being a doctor was a no-brainer. My only mistake was lying that I went to school and showing people my fake degrees. But that was in the past, and I learned my lesson in prison. And now I'm excited to say in only 2 years, I'll be receiving my real doctorate of medicine from Faux Diplome University. Doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers, astronauts, and more are all happily living their dreams, thanks to Faux Diplome. And you can too, with Faux Diplome University.
Sometimes you forget, you know, babe?
Woman discovers her severe pain was from a dead turtle stuck in her vagina.
Lady parts.
Is it not a vagina?
Javina.
Pussy.
There you go. I wish that was the turtle. You know, I wish it was a picture of the actual turtle, not just a turtle.
On September 13th, a 26-year-old woman who lives in the Canary Islands. Thank you.
Tenerife. Or Tenerife, I'm sure.
Was out partying with some friends. Over the next few days, she began feeling...
Yo, your pussy smell like a dead turtle. Funny. Good nose. Good, actually. Sorry.
Do you want to read it?
No.
Was out partying with some friends. Over the next few days, she began feeling sick and was eventually in severe pain. The cause of her discomfort was something that no one would have ever guessed. The lower abdominal pain was so bad it prevented her from moving. So the unnamed woman went to the hospital.
Why don't we get her name?
Emergency physicians began to perform tests given the mobility problems presented by the patient.
Hey, you're the turtle pussy lady.
Doctors at El Mohan Hospital in Arona found a dead Chinese 3-keeled pond turtle lodged in her vagina. It caused a serious infection in her genitals. She told police that she did not remember what happened that night. Convenient. She was out partying and has no recollection of how the turtle got there. Because of this, the doctors and authorities believe that she may have been the victim of a sexual assault.
Do you see in this tweet that they have right here? If you look down here, it says he and his.
Interesting.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why? Whether the woman was a victim of sexual assault but has not wanted to file a complaint. Finds a turtle in his vagina? What? Who fucking... Fuck that ABC Canary Island verified. I don't think you got your pronouns straight. Or maybe you do. Maybe they're a transgender. You know how they say?
Yeah.
Could be.
Maybe.
Which makes it just, wow. How could you add something else onto the pile? You got turtle pussy already. And then, is that it?
Yeah, it just basically goes on to say that she refused to make a statement and did not want the police to investigate. Where does the sexual assault come in?
Somebody drugged her and shoved a turtle in her pussy.
So she was assaulted by the turtle?
By the person who shoved that turtle in her pussy. Look,
How do you not know what's in there?
got a lot of shit in there, babe.
No,
You think
really.
you want me to keep track of everything that's in there?
I do store a lot of stuff in there. Sometimes when I got nowhere to put my lip gloss, I just shove it right up in there.
That's right.
Put in my pussy, and then I put on my lip gloss.
It's good for everybody.
No, but I've heard of people like losing tampons in their vagina. I forgot it was there. Like, what are you talking about? And how do you get it lost and lodged? I don't understand.
It's got lost.
But like, if you've ever forgot, you're like, did I put a tampon in? You're like, hold on. Yep, it's in there.
Yeah, you just go. It's like, I always know I got poop in my butt.
Well, no, it's not like that. But I meant like you insert your finger. You're like, I'm like, oh, did I already put one in? And if you can't feel the string, you can put it right in there. It's not like, you can't get past the cervix. Mm-hmm. So, it's not like it's not like you gotta,
maybe
like,
you can't
pound your elbow in there.
Maybe you can't get past
to find
I've
it.
Heard of some, I've heard legend of someone who got past the cervix. Legend has it.
Who's that?
My friend. Anyway, next up, coming in furiously, as they say. If you didn't trust these little pieces of shit already, you definitely should not now. Here we are, bloody everywhere. Aggressive squirrels terrorizing New York City residents for weeks. Just like those rats. Maybe the rodents are teaming up. Oh, shit. Interesting stuff. It's an ad playing on this screen.
Sorry.
Some people living in Queens neighborhood are afraid to leave their homes. And it's not... Wait. I mean...
This screen is very distracting for you.
Yeah, because I'm not
You don't
good
even
at
like.
it yet.
You don't even listen to me when I read the articles. You're just
I never
over
did.
there, and then I went.
Oh, right. Some people living in Queens neighborhood are afraid to leave their home, and it's not because of the black people. That's because there have been... I'm just kidding. Because everyone in Queens is black. Also just kidding.
Ooh.
But the neighborhoods in Queens, just about all the neighborhoods are super segregated. It's like you get there and it's like this area is all Indian people, and then this area is all Jews, and this area is all like, they just, I don't know why. It's like
I'm sorry, I forgot to
it's
listen.
like all
Were
the,
you talking?
It's weird because it's like all the Jews like to hang out with the Jews, and all the Arabian people like to hang out with all the Arabians. It's weird. I don't know. Why don't you hang out with some of those squirrels? That's because there have been several aggressive squirrel attacks over the last few weeks. Micheline Frederick is still bruised. Holy shit. Her bite wounds are healing after she was attacked by a squirrel 1 week ago. You hear someone has been bitten by a squirrel, you're like, okay, you got a little nib. What's the deal? What's the dealio? But this was an MMA cage match.
Okay, give me a fucking
lost.
break.
All right, that's the picture on there. That she took that picture. Do you see it with all the blood in the snow? Now you do. She said the squirrel totally unprovoked when I'm sure you're dangling a peanut in front of us, went after her as she stood on the front stoop of her Rego Park home on 65th, whatever.
I get
Here's
it.
the photos of her aftermath. We're wrestling in the snow, and there's blood everywhere. And my
You
fingers
really can't shoo them off. You have to
getting
rip them off
chewed.
of you.
Your fingers?
The squirrels.
Oh, yeah.
You can't shoo them off. You have to rip them off.
You have to grab them and throw them.
Do you remember that time I told you that the squirrel jumped on my face?
No.
Yes.
And you had to grab it and throw it?
Yeah, so I was at work, and it was last year.
Oh, this
yeah,
was
I did.
recent.
We were. I told you about this.
Please continue. Go on.
It was in the spring, and
Yes, paint the picture.
I was taking the trash out at work after a long day of shampooing. And I went to go throw the trash in the dumpster, and I always see the little squirrel. He's always hanging around.
Trash.
But usually when I come out to throw it away, he'll run off the dumpster, run up the palm tree, and it's good to go. Mm-hmm. At this point, the guy that was doing the lawn maintenance at the entire complex I work at, he did. Okay. So nobody got around to taking down the Christmas decorations. It's like March or April, and all these fucking Christmas decorations are still up. So people take it down and they put it in the back dumpster, which they never usually do. So the dumpster, the lids are open. It is overflowing with trash, right? So I'm like, all right, I just got to fucking haul this bag, launch it on top of the trash pile. So I go to do that, and I launch it, and the second the bag hits the top of the trash, this fucking squirrel just comes flying and locks onto my face. Like his little paws were in the top of my hair, and then his feet were hanging in my mouth. I started screaming, trying to rip him off, and it took a second. You couldn't. I thought he was gonna get off, and he wouldn't. So you really had to aggressively rip him off. And I was pulling hair out of my mouth. And when I came back inside, my fingers were bleeding and my lips was bleeding.
Wow. You were attacked by a squirrel.
And then Alan laughed so hard. My boss laughed so hard he was crying.
Everyone should. Holy shit. Is there a camera?
That's the
Back
first
there?
thing my brother said.
As soon as we got to find if there's a camera back there. Please.
There are cameras, but I'd have to like go knock on the door and be like, "Hey, can we check out this footage?"
I'm surprised Alan didn't make you do that.
He talked about it a lot.
Well, it's
I
gone
really
now.
never told you that.
No, I have no recollection. I think I would remember a squirrel attack on your face.
And that's where I found out that squirrels are actually the cleanest rodents. They don't like carry rabies or anything. You have nothing to worry about. There's no tetanus shot, no nothing. They're the cleanest rodent.
You can just face fuck squirrels whenever you want, babe.
Yeah, basically.
Well, this girl got fucked. The squirrels are aggressively going after people. Singh said, "Yeah, security camera images shows the squirrel latched onto her left hand. Several of Frederick's neighborhood neighbors have also been terrorized by the raging rodent, including Vinati Singh's family. They were recording the squirrel on their mailbox when it pounced." He was out there recording. He's like, he probably knew that squirrel was fucking people up. Wow. Kristie, here's something I want to do. We have 3 articles for the at the end here. You see how it says extra?
Yep.
I want you to choose one article. And we have, it's about time somebody stands up to these ghosters. And I bet it does. And what to pay?
Definitely the toupee.
What to pay? You probably read the link already. Well, it's all yours to take away and read.
Man. No, I didn't. This is really worth it. Man tried to smuggle $34,000 worth of blow-cane under his toupee, police say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that rhymes.
That picture is everything.
I know.
How do you think you could possibly get away with that?
It'll get away with what?
Of course. It's from Tampa, Florida. It's
That's
local,
right,
baby.
That's right, baby.
A Colombian man was detained in Barcelona after he reportedly tried to smuggle $34,000 worth of cocaine under a poorly fitted,
I don't even think
to
that
say the
was
least,
the
toupee.
fucking
Do
least.
you have it up there?
Yeah.
Police said the man caught their attention when he arrived on a flight from Baghdad on June 18th and appeared nervous. Officers had the man remove his wig and found a package stuck to his head. There's no limit.
Hey, buddy, why don't you come over here real quick?
Right.
What is going on? Why? I'm going to be late. I need to.
Right.
Why don't you come over here and have a seat? Nice hair looks great. Thank you. I just got it done before I left.
Ah!
Oh my god, dude. It's 2020 with all these crazy kids and their hairstyles.
Dude.
No one will know. They're like,
Look at it just sitting on there. Just this
This is-
huge bag.
how is this not like a prank or something? Because they literally
Why don't you just put it in your butt cheeks?
put it in your butt cheeks. They look there, babe. But they it's to the point now where they'll like make the cocaine into something else. Like there are people that were going across the border and it was like infused into like their cast. So like they go on the plane with like an arm cast and then take it out and they like strip it all out of the fucking cast. Meanwhile, this guy's like, let me put a fucking balloon. I promise this. Would you think this is my first time? I don't know what accent I'm doing, but
I don't know, but I
it's
like
gotta
it.
be
It's one of my
something.
favorites.
This is not my first.
I
It
think
will work.
It's safe to say I chose the right one.
There's no limit to the
What else do we have here?
inventiveness of drug dealers, traffickers, trying to mock controls. No, babe, that's it. That was the last one. That's the last. You can't.
I know. I was
double
just like
dip.
looking at the other one. Are you saving it for later or something?
No, we're never gonna do them.
North Dakota man kicks in front door after getting no reply to Facebook friend request.
All right, I'll put that one down. Fine, then I'll put it up. But next time, you can't.
No, I just wanted to read the little headline. That's it.
Yeah, but now everyone's like, well, that
I mean, I
sounds
think
interesting.
that's the story.
That is pretty much the story.
And then they probably tried to block that person, and then they made another account, and then they blocked him, and they made another account, and they blocked him, and they made another
As
account.
you
and they
do.
blocked him. It doesn't mean he's a stalker.
No, it's not. You're not a stalker just because you keep blocking.
No.
And you don't want someone.
No.
Around
And then you just
they
keep going again,
keep
and you're
doing
like,
it.
hey, you're not welcome. And then you keep showing up and showing up and showing up
It's
and showing
very
up.
normal,
To
rational
pry.
behavior.
It is.
Very normal.
Completely agree.
Officers, had the man remove his wig
Did you really open it?
and found what?
Nope, we're still
No,
on
I
that.
didn't. I was just going back and reading. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention really. Really? Wasn't really thinking.
Wasn't listening to what I was saying. Classic.
I did, though. I heard it.
What was the other one, too? I bet it does. I'm just really
Ruining
racing ahead.
everything?
I always do.
As you do. Go ahead,
How
then.
do I gotta agree? I agree. Danish kids TV show centered on man with world's longest penis. Raises eyebrows. God.
Raises
These are all
more
really
than
good.
brows.
Why didn't you put these in here instead of the boring shit we already read? I'm sorry. That sounded rude and I didn't.
It was
mean for
rude.
to. Yeah.
You're being rude. The animated show, which had its premiere on Danish Public Service for Kids, channel DR, whatever, revolves around the life of John Dillermand, the man with the world's longest schlong.
I know that's right.
The target
Yes.
audience.
I'm sorry. I was just
So
going to read
who-
for no reason. I'm so
So
sorry.
who are we targeting this show to? Is this for like Comedy Central? Children.
4 to 8.
4 to 8.
Specifically ages 4 to 8.
I like the picture up here that they have.
The theme song explains that he has the world's longest penis and there's, quote unquote, nothing he can do about it. Nothing he can do with it. I'm so sorry.
Nothing he can't.
God, that's what I get for being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Would you describe me as like a bitch?
I don't know. The series shows Dillerman using his penis when he finds himself in need of a longer leash for his dog. Or it comes equally in handy when his neighbor needs help raising his flat.
Stop. This is fake news, you piece of shit.
No, you're fake news. At times, his penis seems to take on a life of its own. For instance, stealing ice cream from a child, which leads to embarrassment for the title character. Wow, I'm so embarrassed. Sorry, my dick came alive and stole ice cream from your child. Okay, see you later now. Bye-bye.
Some people are worried that their children will get the wrong impression from watching the show, thinking that
Like what?
exposing their genitals might be an acceptable practice.
Oh,
Others are saying
It's not.
adults are reading way too much into the cartoon and that it shouldn't be viewed through the sexualized lens of adults.
right. So is there a show about tits? We get a tit show in there?
Babe, so spoiler alert.
Susie Funbags. She's got the biggest tits in the world and there's nothing she can't do with them.
She's crushing watermelons.
And stealing ice cream cones.
I don't know if you could
Stealing,
steal
you can steal Chinese food. Look, she can even use chopsticks with her tits.
Wow, what if they could really move like that?
I don't know.
I'd have to like
What if?
hold them to use
I mean,
them.
you have to do something. If you just fucking.
Yeah, but you
it
can do that
yourself.
thing with the penal, where you like, you know, how guys do that. Well, check it out, it's moving. You're like, yeah, I know. You and every other guy does it.
Yeah, it's the same as a Kegel.
Yes. Like, I wish I could Kegel my tits, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, let's write that down and send it to the Chinese geneticists,
The
What is-
CRISPRs?
the CRISPRs. We'll take somebody who can Kegel their tits. Actually, that's all we want, really. That'll work.
That's all we want. Yeah, like, what if we could TF without hands?
What's TF?
Titty fuck.
Oh. I don't use hands.
What if
It ain't my hands.
no one needed to use hands?
Well, I mean, that's
You
a
could,
beautiful
like,
world,
pin
babe.
me down and just
Oh,
tits down.
Kristie. Okay, fucking stay on track. Here we are, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for this road note. See what you did. Thank you for joining us on this Road Soda News segment.
But first, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
How about a word from a big tits?
Sure. How about a road from our tits, bitch?
Oh my god, you can't do it either.
Can't do anything.
Word from our sponsor.
Thank you.
This episode of Road Soda is brought to you by Smuggle Buddy, the #1 smuggling app. Download Smuggle Buddy and easily smuggle everything. Drugs, people, and drugs in people. With Smuggle Buddy, tracking your paraphernalia has never been easier. Know what's on the ground, in the air, and in the toilets at all times. Expense tracking, airfare, supplies like baggies and laxatives, all at your fingertips.
I'm a mule, and I raise death every day from a rupturing drug-filled condom in my stomach. The last thing I need is a missed payment from my coyote.
For mules, Smuggle Buddy is a game changer. Mules can pair with dealers and coyotes, track frequent flyer miles, and with the seamless payment feature, you will have your money before the last baggie hits the toilet water.
Thanks, Smuggle Buddy.
Smuggle Buddy, your one-stop shop for smuggling solutions.
A Popco brand.
Millennial Book Club. Millennial Book Club.
Hello and welcome to Maggot Blimp Creator.
Okay.
Maggot Blimp Creator.
Is it a blimp full of maggots?
It's one maggot that they turn into a blimp.
Oh, so
Yeah.
like a genetically modified maggot.
Well, it's the secrets of how they do it is lost. It's an ancient Chinese thing. There's paintings of these ancient scholars who, or maybe alchemists, who knows? Kind of like Leonardo da Vinci's of China, but it'll be like Leonardo Chan.
Yes.
Yeah, but I guess they would fill them up with helium or something. And they would get so big they could carry like a whole family of 6 around in a blimp.
Oh, I was thinking that they were just like maggots you made as big as a blimp, not like blew them up full of helium. Just
Yeah, the maggot actually is the blimp.
got it.
Yeah, sometimes they just left them tiny, so they're tiny little blimps that would float around. Mm-hmm. But yes, there's record or alleged record of them being as big as a Zeppelin.
You're dumb.
Yeah, look it up. But before you
learn about it.
Learn about it. But not here on Road Soda. We're teaching other shit. This is the Millennial Book Club. Just fucking watching Netflix. There's no books. We don't like to read. Nobody does. You don't like to read. You don't like to read. Well, maybe you do, nerd. But I read too slow. I got too many things to do.
Yeah, you like to read. You're just not good at reading.
I beg to differ. If we're basing someone's reading prowess on speed, I'm the worst. If we're basing it on...
You do absorb a lot of information and regurgitate it rather well.
That's right. There's nothing of my own in there. It's just I'm like a parrot. I worked at this when I worked at Target. There was these 2 guys there, and one of them hated the other guy, and he called the other guy a fat parrot. He's just a fat parrot.
I don't get it.
Well, because he would just like say the same things everyone else said, and he was fat. so he just called him.
I'm
a
saying
fat.
it's dumb until like a week from now. I'm gonna be calling somebody a fat
He's like,
parrot.
You fat parrot. And the guy had like some for up north, like one of those really, particular accents. Fat parrot.
You just sound a little slow.
Well, they all do. So that's pretty spot on, is what I'm trying to say. This Millennial Book Club, we just watched Netflix originals. And the assignment for this book club was We Are the Champions.
Sometimes I wish we could incorporate other streaming services into the Millennial Book Club.
Yeah, but
maybe in 2021, it'll branch out and it could be like streaming services,
Well, here in the podcast world, that it's what they call niching yourself. Niche yourself down. Also, as soon as someone else starts paying us, or someone else
That one
pays
looked
us.
rough.
Yeah, got this real acidic thing going on, guys. It's not. We'll make it. We'll make it through this book club at least.
Anyway, Netflix only got it.
Netflix.
I'll go fuck myself.
Originals. We Are the Champion. Explore an array of unique competitors from the quirky to the bizarre, and meet their passionate communities in this docu-series. Check this out.
I wish we would have watched more of them.
Yeah, we watched 2. So we watched the first one, which was Cheese Rolling.
That was the one I was most excited about.
That one was the one, out of all of them, that was the one you were most excited about?
Yeah, cheese rolling. Absolutely.
Why have you heard of it before?
No, I had no idea what it was, so I think that's
So
why I was
that's why-
completely on board.
yeah.
Do you remember what the other options were? The chili tasting, the hair. What else is it?
Yeah, fantasy hairstyling. There was frog jumping
Yeah,
or something like
I
that.
think it was just like, no offense, but after the cheese rolling, you wanted to go right into the fantasy hairstyling, and that's one I like least wanted to watch.
Really?
I barely watched it.
I wanted to choose that one because I thought it was like the most. I think it was like I feel like you were able to connect with it because you spend a lot of time in a saloon.
I
What they call
do.
'em?
Yes, that's exactly
A hair
what they're called.
saloon.
Yes. No, there's just been so many shows like that. I've watched so many of those before. Yeah, and they put fucking props in there, and
I
they'll
was
do it with
thinking the same thing about the
beards
cheese
and-
rolling. I mean, it's just everything.
Everybody's
Everywhere I
doing
look,
it.
fucking cheese rolling. This.
You've never seen a show? I've just seen so many of those. They'll like
Right.
put fucking motors in there, and girls' hair will be spinning and weird shit.
I think I have seen pictures of that shit on the internet.
Yeah, I
with,
was
like,
just
a
really over
helicopter.
that. So we were like going to go from the cheese rolling into the chili tasting, chili
Right.
eating.
Chili eating was the next
And then you
one.
were like, no, let's go to the hairstyling.
If you would have explained it like that, oh my
Son
god.
of a bitch.
If you would have explained it like that, can you jiggle that over there? If you would have
Uh-oh.
if you would have explained it like that before I did that, because I was doing it for you. I don't really care about that, honestly. But I was doing it because I was like, oh, she'll find this one the most relatable, is why I did it. But if you're like, no, I'm over hair stuff, I'm like, oh, fuck, well, which one? But yeah, then we started watching the chili eating one. I think we were like 10 minutes in. And it's really focused around that guy that created the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, or wherever he
he's-
fucking... he created it? I thought he just
Yeah.
growed him like everybody growed him.
No, he...
Growed him, scrotum.
He,
Sorry.
You can't grow scrotums, Kristie. As much as you'd like that.
So we were just outside and you were telling me that I could grow and choose a man that's 6'10" with a foot-long dick and blue eyes, but I
didn't say
can't
anything about
grow
dick.
a scrotum.
You
You
added
did
the
say a
foot-long
dick.
dick.
Are you kidding me?
She mentioned CRISPR, and I was like, oh, have you been listening to podcasts? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, you mean like CRISPR, like a refrigerator?
I just meant like a crisper. It could be, an air fryer could be a crisper.
Well, that's like...
Anything that crisps could be a crisper.
that's actually the name of one of the drawers in a refrigerator. It's called a
No,
crisper.
I know. I just wasn't specifically referring to the crisper drawer. But you did mention that in the man that I could design, you did mention the length of his...
Maybe I said girth. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we went in. So in chili eating, but they're not genetically modifying. They are actually technically by how like food is concerned, which is kind of ridiculous. But we all learned that in like middle school, Mendelian genetics. It was that famous monk who was obsessed with peas, like pea pods.
Yeah.
And he basically discovered, or he came up with like the Punnett square and everything.
I was going to say that.
Were you?
Yeah, but I was kind of scared I was wrong. I'm like, yeah, the old Punnett square guy.
The old
Yeah.
punter in the square guy.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, that's all he's doing. So he's taking all these different plants and like one that's really hot and one that has a different flavor, and he's just cross-pollinating, and then their offspring, he's like, this one has a little more this, and just keep doing it, like dog breeding, basically.
Yeah.
Until he came up with the Carolina Reaper, which is ranked the hottest chili pepper in the world currently. And he's in North Carolina, and he's got this whole farm, but now he also has this chili eating competition where they progressively eat hotter
Yeah,
and
that's
hotter
more
chilies.
interesting to me than cross-pollinating pepper twats.
Pepper twats.
I don't care about that.
Really is what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't care about
He's
that.
making- he-
I just
he's-
want to watch
he's a-
people fucking eat them or whatever the fuck they're going to do that makes it interesting.
He's a plant fucker.
Yes.
Yeah. He helps the plants fuck.
Yeah, I don't think he's like the fucker. He would be like, I almost feel like he might be the molester.
The
In a way,
molester,
he's like
yeah.
making them do stuff.
Like the milker. I honestly,
I'm the milker.
you can, babe. You can. Now that I'm thinking about it, he totally could use his wang. He rubs it on the flowers. Was it the stigma?
Yeah. The pistol. The stammen.
Wow. The stammen. Wow. Holy shit. You're blowing me away right now.
Thank you.
Do I even know this person? What did you do with Kristie?
So you're saying that I'm normally an idiot?
Well, you don't say smart stuff a lot. Anyway, so the stammen, as I've been informed it's called, with the pollen out, you can use your ding-dong and rub it on one, and then he could totally do that. Mm-hmm. It's like a flower threesome.
Mm-hmm. Listen, if it's not hairstyling, I don't get it.
You don't got it. And then there's yo-yoing, which I think...
I would have watched literally any of those, dog dancing, any of them, but I did not want to watch the hair one at all.
I wish I would have known. And then frog jumping, which, you have this skinny Wilford Brimley looking motherfucker over here.
That might be on my bottom too. The hares and the frogs. I definitely want to watch the dogs. Definitely want to watch the yo-yos. Chili eating's not that exciting, but I would have seen what's up. Only because you know how hot those peppers are. Like, you know. But then when they put it up and they say the jalapeno is only like 3,600 Scoville units or whatever they said. And then the Carolina Reaper was like 1 million or 1 billion or something fucking ridiculous.
Something ridiculous, which the difference...
It was at least 1 million.
Yeah, it was like 4 million or something like that. The difference in scale to like it's hard to comprehend millions, but you've seen those pictures where it's like piles of $1 bills or like piles of rice or something, and like this is...
Do you think that I don't understand what 1 million is either? Because I don't. Let's look it up. Carolina Reaper. But sometimes you get like, I love hot. The hotter the better.
2 million.
2 million.
2 million. Wow.
But like sometimes you get a really spicy jalapeno.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, shit, this jalapeno's hot.
Right. Which is all part of like, so you might have a jalapeno, like, not brand species. You might just have one that could have slightly more, but I think on average it's like that 3,600. But you might get one with it where its genetics were a little more pronounced. I think it probably depends on who's growing it.
Thank you for really breaking that down. I wouldn't have been able to come to that conclusion if it wasn't for you letting me know that the spice level differs in peppers sometimes. Thank you.
You're right. It's not just your taste buds sometimes being weak and sometimes not. You're welcome. Hey, babe, you look really good today.
Thank you.
So
works every time.
Were you excited for cheese rolling? You said you were.
Yes, I loved cheese rolling.
You did. I
loved it. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Can you explain what cheese rolling is?
It's like nothing to do with cheese. Someone just like throws a fucking roll of cheese down a hill, and then a bunch of people just roll down this hill or run down this hill that's less than 45 degrees. More than 45 degrees. I was trying to like this way. Mm-hmm.
The more towards 0 degrees, the more obtuse it would be. So the less of a slope.
Right.
But yeah, it's like more than 45
degrees.
Yeah,
and when they were showing some of those camera angles, that shit's intense.
Yeah.
But basically you just like run or fly. You get down the hill however you can. Mm-hmm. And whoever gets there first wins.
Yeah. And
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, because I had heard about it. Like I just knew that they chased
You knew about cheese rolling before this.
Yeah, I knew there's like a festival where they chase the cheese down the hill. But I like that they explain it. They're like, a lot of people think that they're trying to catch the cheese.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first.
No one's catching that cheese. It's rolling like at 80 miles an hour by the time it gets to the bottom. And I also loved, like you said, some of those angles at the beginning when he's talking about it. And or the narrator's talking about it. And it's this top-down view. So you can't see the slope. And then it slowly pans all the way down to the top of the hill. You're like, at first you're like, that's not bad. And then
I feel like
Jesus Christ.
The more they shot it and the more it went on, the more daunting. It was just wild.
Yeah, you can, and it's the most dangerous race.
Well, yeah, no shit.
In the world. Would you do it?
Yeah, it made me want to do it.
Yeah, I totally would do it too.
I really liked that girl in it too. Not the 17-year-old. I didn't like her. But the girl with the short hair, Flo, I loved her. I couldn't help but think every time she opened her mouth, I was like, is someone writing these lines for you? Did they hand you No, I just loved her. It just seemed so authentic.
That's what I mean. But it was like it was in a good way. Like her line, like everything she said seemed so almost poetic at the beginning. It was like,
I think her essence, like
Yeah.
who she was completely poetic. That's what I loved. I thought it was such a feel-good episode. Mm-hmm. I thought it like reminded you the things your body can do, what you can do. It just like, it was inspiring, I thought, honestly. I loved her. I was enjoying it so much and feeling this such a feel-good thing about it. And I looked over at you to see how you would feel, and you were sitting there like this.
And now, another word from our sponsors.
Hello, my name is Dave Goldberg of Goldberg, Burgold and Goldberg Law Firm and Associates for All Law. We handle all law. That's right, all law. Do you have a broken foot, clavicle, or ruptured spleen from attending the annual Cooper's Hill cheese rolling race? Are you left with overwhelming medical bills because your insurance explicitly told you they wouldn't cover any injuries in the race unless you purchased cheese rolling bodily injury coverage, but you hedged your bets and bought some booze and drugs instead of paying your premium? Have you lost wages because you are unable to stand to sort trash at your local rubbish processing plant due to your cheese race injuries? Then you need to call Burgold and Boldgerg Law Firm and Associates for All Law. We will get you the money that you deserve for the bad choices that you made. And because we are licensed in every country on all continents, there is no doubt we can help you. So don't let the Cooper's Hill cheese race come and go while sitting on the sidelines. We will be right there cheering you on with our ridiculous powdered wigs ready to go. Call Burgold and Boldgerg Law Firm and Associates for All Law. And chase that cheese knowing we have your back.
Just watching it with a smile on your face.
Yeah, I want to see how it turned out.
You were happy too.
Yeah, because I
like her. Like,
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a girl crush on her.
Yeah, I think she's like short. She was like 5'2" or something, wasn't she?
I don't know. That wasn't really
I mean,
about it for me.
I would. And plus, you get to put that notch on your belt. Fucking first woman to ever win cheese
She was
race
just,
3 times in a row.
She was just fearless.
Yeah.
She was fearless and went for it. And it just makes you think about all the things as you grow up that you think your body can't do anymore that it can if you just
Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It made me want to stop being a little bitch.
Yeah. I mean,
I was like, where's that part of me that I lost where like there's a point in time in my life where I would have been like, yes, I'm fucking doing this. And I would have been fearless and felt like I could have dominated it or something. And then you get older and I'm like, where did that go? You know, I want that back.
yeah, it was probably like right around the time you like fell off a bike or something. Because that's what happened like when you're kids. Like when we're all like little like children.
Yeah.
There's like no concept of like result to an action. Like you don't think of that you could break your
I was
arm,
thinking
like,
more maybe in like mid-20s.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of when that like fell away.
when you're like, oh, I think I might die one day. Or what if
Yeah,
I-
or just where you're like
Right.
super carefree and like doing crazy fucking reckless stuff and pushing your body to the limits. Like you definitely still do that when you're a teenager, and then you're in your early 20s and you're like, oh, you can do this with booze, and you just like do whatever. Or like you go snowboarding or something and you're like, this is the biggest mountain. I don't know if I can do this, and you're like, fuck it, and you do it. And sometimes you eat shit head first, and it doesn't matter. And somewhere along the way, you just like stop doing shit like that.
Right. Because
I fell off my bike.
I'm just trying to have fun.
I was offended.
Maybe. I mean, that's when I couldn't tell you either. I mean, but I think it's just like I don't have a draw to do a lot of that stuff. Like I would do that also, but only if it was like the race. Like I wouldn't go to the hill to just run down it.
I think you would have to
What do you mean?
win.
Well, yeah, to actually be in the race. Like if I went to this place in England and then went on Cooper's Hill, but the race wasn't happening, I probably wouldn't run down the hill just to do that.
I meant like if you were going to practice.
Oh,
if you were going to
yeah,
compete,
yeah.
you would have to
Oh
practice.
yeah, then I would absolutely practice, which I think most of those people don't. I mean, it's only a handful of people, like the people that we watched practice.
The winners.
The winners practice.
Yes.
Like the guy that's got the record right now for winning it the most time. He's got a technique, and he's doing almost a perfect break fall, which in judo, your first judo and often jiu-jitsu classes, like your very first couple classes, that's what they're going to teach you. They're going to teach you how to fall without getting hurt. Because in judo, that's all you do is you're throwing people and like taking them down. And so you need to learn how to
Right.
fall correctly. And one of those is a forward break fall where you roll, and you're supposed to like disperse your, like kind of have your body laid out, and then as you get better at it, you can actually roll and stand all the way up. But that was his technique running down that hill.
Yeah.
And I loved how she like was practicing it that one day, and then they get out there and they fire the gun, and she's just fucking tumbling like.
Right. You're right. I thought she incorporated some of it in there. You could tell the way she was getting up from her falls. I was like, oh, you can definitely tell that.
Yeah.
She took what he said and took it with her.
Yeah, I think it was like this chunk in the middle. She was just like chaos all out the window, but then she came back.
Yeah, because she got to go for it. She was also the first one to go. They're like, and go, and you can kind of see everybody like, ugh, and she was like, nope, and just like
She did
went
it.
off, took for it.
She
took
did
for it. Mhm.
She took
went
for
off
it.
and took for it.
She took good for it too.
Yes.
And you know what I always say? If you take good for it,
Son of a.
it takes good for you.
Exactly.
Do you know who the narrator was?
No, I don't even remember hearing the voice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like one of the things I was thinking about the most was how much I enjoyed the narrator.
You know what? I remember because I liked the way that they set it up where like the music, it was kind of like cheesy and feel good, but they also dramatically made it dramatic.
Yeah. Dramatically made it dramatic.
Yes.
And they took good at doing it. And you know.
They went off and took it good.
They went off, and it was like they actually wrote like very, like you said, poetic
Yeah.
narrative. And then, but yeah, the voice actor,
Is that who it is?
you might know him as Dwight. That's who
Rainn
narrated it.
Wilson.
Rainn with 2 N's.
I can't believe I didn't notice that.
Well, yeah, I couldn't pick out his voice either, but I was like, I know I've heard this voice, but I was stuck on thinking like, what else have I heard this voice narrate?
Yeah.
Not just, it could be any old actor. I'm sure he's narrated some shit, but.
I don't think I'll ever see Dwight and not think of Matea ever again.
Oh yeah, because
Just,
she just.
yep. But that's like the thing that made me fall in love with her.
It was a good costume.
It was a great costume.
Yeah, I wish we would have watched a little more of this.
It's your hand.
Do you think it's my hand?
Yeah, baby.
Because it looks like every
Touching.
time you move. Can you?
I'm not
Can
in
you-
capacity to this thing at all. But you keep putting your arm on it.
Well, I have to. All right, I'll stop. I would put it up there with must watch.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I'm not like stop everything you're doing. You have to watch this show.
Yeah. I would put it between must watch and watch it if it's there.
Definitely.
Solidly. Because especially if you're just like a documentary person or it's something fun to put on, it's only a half hour. Like each episode's only a half hour instead of like, there's so much shit on Netflix that's, 45 minutes this, 50 minutes this, whether it's a show or a whole fucking movie. So it's just nice to have like little snippets of something. You don't have to be, it's own
It's fun
story.
and it's feel good, and I like people that capitalize on crazy. Mm-hmm. I just liked it. Look at a bunch of weirdos, and I loved the camaraderie they all felt like when they were talking to that lady that was working at a bar or whatever the fuck she was doing. Everybody that was talking about it was just like so into what they were doing and their tribe and
Yeah.
the similarities and how they're different. They're rebels and stuff like that. I just loved it so much.
And like the hairstyling people, like there was a lot of very interesting characters on that hairstyling one.
Yeah, I didn't really care. There's just a lot of people that like, I am the best. I am here. I am sassy. I am, oh, okay.
And then one person wins. I like how the guy that was like, I always win. If I'm there, I win. I've never
He
lost.
won.
Let me finish. If I'm there, because that's if he's there, people are watching him. That was Terrence. But the other guy's like, everybody, he's like, I've won it the most. And everybody knows if I'm there, I win. And I don't have anything to worry about. I got God on my side. And I know God's going to, he's going to make me win this. Like, and then he lost. He didn't even place.
I thought that was the guy that won. That was like
No.
always wins and always does good everywhere he goes. He wins.
Well, the two of them
and
are
his
just.
his model didn't show up.
Yeah, that was Terrence. But Terrence also had a very similar like, yo, those rules. He was more like those rules are made to be broken. I'm like, but he did say he's good and all eyes are on him.
I think
and
they
all
all
kind of
said that
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
good and I'm gonna win.
Yeah, but only one.
Everywhere I
can
go, I win. I'm awesome. I'm beautiful. Yeah, I wasn't interested.
win. Man, sounds like you're.
It has something to do with working in a salon. I just feel like even growing up, they had these documentaries about fucking crazy fantasy hairstyling, and then they have those beard competitions every year, and they'd make like fucking 9 curly Qs out of his beard and shit.
Which is also really cool.
Yeah, but I'm just fucking over it. We get it. You can style a beard.
Cool. Yeah, you're right. Show us a dog dancing, please.
Yes, please. I'd be more impressed by what you could have your dog do than by how much fucking glue you can put in your hair. And this is what I created. There are 3 queens on top of this girl's head. Nobody gives a fuck.
That whole room gave a fuck, and if you win, you're like it in the head.
You know what? As far as that episode goes, fucking spare yourself.
Fucking spare yourself. So watch the cheese rolling and the chili eating, maybe the yo-yos, and then dog dancing. Definitely the frog jumping, because that guy's just got a wild mustache. Real interesting.
Now that's some
film.
hair I like.
That's some hair I like. It's a good dick duster, as they call it.
You can really tell you and I are dead inside.
Yeah. That's a good dick duster. Well, everybody, what do you think about the Meringue Book Club? Send your thoughts to... I want to hear what you have to say about this episode. Send it to roadsodamail@gmail.com and let us know what you think so we can read it on the show. Or you can call 706-200-1213. Let us know, how do you rank it? Do you rank it as binge it, watch it if it's there, or fucking spare yourself?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I know everyone is just going crazy. They're chomping at the bit
to figure out what you chose for everybody.
What I chose. I said, "Hey, babe, what do you want to watch? Go ahead and look it up." And you're like, "What does it even matter anymore?" I'm like,
I hate you.
And I said, "Good answer," because next week we are watching Andrew Shulz. It's called Shulz Saves America.
See, that's a much better choice than what I would have chose.
And this is Andrew Shulz, comedian Andrew Shulz. If I say his name one more fucking time, takes on the year's most divisive topics in this fearlessly unfiltered and irreverent 4-part special. So yeah, it's 4 parts. Each one is like 16 minutes long. And I mean, he's a comedian, but just before the pandemic, as far as I understand, he kind of started leaning a little more into YouTube. He was making these videos on Instagram. It's basically the same thing. He sits there and it's like a more funny Today Show in a way. Not
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. Were you watching him last night?
Yeah, I was watching him with on the Tim Dillon show. So it was him and Tim Dillon.
Is Tim Dillon the guy I don't like?
One of many, yeah.
That's not true. There's not that many like comedians I'm like, I don't like him, he's not funny.
I think
who else don't I like? I'll wait.
Also Tim Dillon. You used to not like Joe Rogan.
That's because all I ever heard was a stand-up, and his stand-up sucks.
Wow.
I wasn't laughing. I mean, I only watched it one time. I think I may have turned it off eventually. I didn't even want to finish it because I was like not laughing.
Wow.
But now that I've listened to his podcast a bunch, I really, really enjoy it, actually.
Yeah, he's a really, really fantastic guy.
He's just so humble. As I told you before, it's like he's a great conversationalist, and he's really humble, and I really like his presentation of information. Yeah,
he is good. I thoroughly enjoy him. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be making this podcast in more than one way.
Oh, that's weird. I thought maybe you would remind me of Joe Rogan a bit more.
Whoa.
Call me stupid again.
Okay. Anyway, Mr. Andrew Shulz is a comedian. So is Tim Dillon. Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, what's he from? You say YouTube?
Who? Andrew?
He's
he's a stand-up comedian and was making these videos on Instagram and then like started moving into YouTube just before the pandemic hit. He like had his whole studio and everything set up, so then he wasn't able to do comedy at all, like no stand-up.
Gotcha.
And just really sunk himself into this YouTube shit, and it blew the fuck up because no one's watching the fucking Daily Show anymore. It's total dog shit, and it's very similar to that. It's just like very well written, fast paced jokes with like shit coming up on the screen, and he's doing so dang well.
He's a funny guy.
He's doing so dang well. Mr. Netflix came over, knocked on his door, and said, "Hey, buddy, how you thinking about doing a show today?"
Can't wait to watch it.
Me neither. It's going to be great, guys. If you watch it this week, You can also send in stuff about We Are the Champions, but you can also send in your thoughts on Andrew Shulz. God, I keep saying it. Shulz Saves America. It's almost a tongue twister. Let us know what you think so we can read it on the air with everybody and tell them what you think from here. Anyway, or call into the show 706-200-1213. Leave a message on the machine and we'll play it. Also, we'll play that off air and we'll tell you about it. We'll come back and we'll go, you'll never believe this message I just got.
so.
JK, we'll play it on air.
I was thinking maybe if you wanted to block my full face, you could just like really get it right here.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't even thinking. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we'll just keep it where it was.
And that concludes the Millennial Book Club. Well, here they go. More episodes gone. It's all over.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot. There's your Biggie Smalls song. Boom. Got it. Brought it back.
You should tell that one to Kim Kardashian. I bet you she'll think it's really funny.
Yeah, because she thinks everything I say is funny because she's a nice girl.
What am I?
A beach.
You're welcome.
There you go. Well, what'd you learn on this episode?
That people can lose animals inside their pussies.
I was going to say that.
That if anyone listening has a turtle or a rat, a chipmunk, a mole,
A mole for sure.
anything stuck up in your vagina, I think we really need to look and see if rape was an issue here.
Yeah, because maybe somebody stuffed
That's just
it
like
in
one of
there.
your number one symptoms. And you really want to pay close attention to what's in there, what's stuck in there. Next time your stomach hurts, just start fingering yourself. And if there's
Fingering yourself.
anything in there, then you know
Pull it out.
that you've been assaulted.
You've been assaulted. Hey, how'd that turtle get in there? I don't want to talk about it. Were you raped? No.
Interesting.
Maybe she just loves turtles. Saving it for
Maybe
later.
she was like fucking the turtle herself.
I don't want to tell anybody.
Yeah. She's like into weird shit.
I fuck turtles.
That's hot.
Hello, my name is Kelsey and I fuck turtles. Hi, Kelsey. That's Turtle Fuckers Anonymous. That's what that was.
I was thinking like My Strange Addiction.
Also that, you can be addicted to turtle fucking. My name's Kelsey, I'm addicted to fucking.
What do you
turtles.
learn? Other than I'm a total bitch.
Nah, yeah, we been learned that yesterday, today, again, tomorrow. It's all the same. Every day after
I'm only
day.
a bitch when I'm hungry.
Same bitch, different day. I learned that you were attacked by a squirrel in the face.
I can't believe I didn't tell you that.
And I also learned that,
That was 2.
wow, it's like you're trying to do it. I also learned that toupee doesn't hide $34,000 worth of.
I don't think a toupee hides much, to be honest.
It doesn't. That doesn't even hide your bald head. Toupees are the worst.
The worst.
I've never seen a good one. Even the ones that are like.
I mean,
the
if
best,
you've seen a good toupee, it's you didn't know it was a toupee.
Exactly.
So you can't say that.
I feel like even the ones that you see like online, it's like all this crazy stuff where like they kind of weave it into the hair and stuff. I feel like even that I can still see it.
You don't think it's like because you know it's a toupee?
No, I don't know. Like I've seen people's hair, and I'm like, not only do they look like they might have enough money to do that, but it just something doesn't seem right. Like I know it's not a full toupee, that like the stupid shit that just sits on top, like hey, top of the morning, but like it just doesn't seem normal.
You look so cute today.
Write in to roadsodamail@gmail.com and tell me how cute you think I look today.
You look so cute today. I
Thank
bet you
you.
Kim K would fuck you.
Me too. That's why I
bet
said
if
it.
you wink really hard at the camera, man, she is going to eat it up.
You think?
Yeah, dude. She'll matzo ball the shit out of you. Oh my god, stop. I hate it all over again.
I love you, baby. Hey, you know who looks good today?
Ozzy.
Don't worry. This is not what they call a bait and switch in the joke world. You look beautiful today. And see, but then it became a bait and switch because she so expected me to say something else when I said she looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. She's like, you fucking idiot. Did it again. So it kind of was a bait and switch. Well, everybody, Kristie just learned what a bait and switch was. And I hope you guys also enjoyed the show and had a good time. And I hope you show up next week. I hope you watch Shulz Saves America. And then we can talk about it because that's what you do in a book club.
Woo!
Woo!
Can't wait.
All right, everybody. Have a great week. And hey, how about this? Go to bed early.
Stay up late.
Don't listen to Kristie.
Get high, stay up late. And
Kristie's
scroll
life
the internet,
is
cruise the
in
internet.
shambles, so don't listen to her. Go to bed early.